I cashed in all my vials, scrounged around Shadowverse Park, and even robbed an old granny. All to afford this insane cost of this Ward Haven deck. Seriously, if you're new to the game, do not start here. Today, we're taking the rank 1 Haven deck to ladder. Orist is sneaking back since the Aria buff, and grindy Sandalphon decks are absolutely everywhere. But Ward loves nothing more than a good old grind fest. The introduction of Safina helps to take care of those early game followers, whilst charging up the Evo power for those skybound art payoffs. Galleon is my absolute favourite 3-drop in the game, going off for extra Evos at the end of every turn. This makes those win-con payoffs in Sandalphon, Catalina and Vera easy to achieve. And unlike previous versions of Ward, this one brings Gilnalise to the party. And she makes a huge difference to the survivability and win rate of the deck. But here's the question. Can it hang with the big boys of the Blossoming Fate meta? Let's find out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free. We like free. Free is good. Enjoy the games. Play along. And tell me in the comments what I'm likely doing wrong. Okay, so we've got two pretty crazy games to show you that show off this deck. So this one, you know, what we're hoping with this deck is that we're really good in these grind fests, right? And so we're up first against Fennie Dragon. And there's never a guarantee that he's going to draw Fennie, of course. But... so, we found our Grimnir, and this is always really, really good. Pretty much with every Haven deck, I think. Getting the Grimnir early matters. We don't have loads of early game units. We've got some nice recovery units. See, Granangita, Selefa, and even Safina as well. So our opponent has found their ramp line, so I'm pretty worried at this point, right? Because obviously we're looking at his turn 8 next, which is pretty insane. Especially if he happens to have Fennie, like it's pretty much his ideal line, right? So Katarina's quite nice as an Evo target on 5 if you're playing against a single big body. It's obviously even Neptune here attacking wouldn't be enough, so he has to trade in the small units.
This starving world begs for me. A blessing for your travels.
So it's a slightly strange way to use Gilnalise, right? But it does deal with the board. Now, has he got Fennie? He has got Fennie. So we've got insane ramp. He's kind of got his Neptune online, so he's already healing, and Fennie's already down. So I mean, I'm kind of like thinking like, how am I going to end this game? We got 2 crests down, and it's quite easy to get 3 and occasionally 4. You can save the Torrent of Despair to try and drag out the 4th or the 5th, even when Sandalphon comes on. We've got 1 from the Supplicant. Temporary ones are Supplicant and then Sandalphon. Oh boy, so we got another Fennie, guys. Another Fennie. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, the only thing that I'm kind of happy about at this point is that, you know, if you look at our hand size, he doesn't have a lot, but if he finds Jetanu, oh, he's got Olivia, so that's going to help. And he's just drawing into, yeah, 1 cost Ocean Rider. More importantly, his expensive units, like, yeah, Galmeo costs 2. You know, Ernst is going to cost, what, 3? It's just terrifying. So we can play Jean here, clear the board, get some nice heal. Now, he is out of Evos and Super Evos. It's just that his units obviously cost nothing. But at the minute, we're low on cards, so I'm hoping that we're not going to see like a Jetanu or an Olivia or anything like that. So we bring down the third crest, and obviously can use the the spare there to kind of extend the life of the crest. Oh my god, we got the third Fennie. Guys, we got the third Fennie.
Into an endless sky.
Holy Oh yeah, well he's got 19 cars that cost nothing. And I'm really being quite considerate of the last Super Evo here, right? Because like if I can deal with his board without needing it, then I will, because
Not the end.
you know, he's got such ridiculous value now from the triple Fennie, that I'm gonna need an emergency player with the Super Evo most likely, right? So kind of conscious of that. Oh, and he finds the Olivia as well. This is brutal. This is brutal. Oh. Again, the Katarina's doing quite a bit of work. Wow, Gilnelise is living a good life. So we're gonna Jian and hit face. Now down comes the 2 costing Ernst, which is just insane. I've got to be careful with Sandalphon, right? Because with everything costing so cheap, like this is the chance to play it. So actually having a clear board on his side was the opportunity, so I'm just taking it there and then. Yeah, the White Frost gets rid of that. The only thing with the Fennie deck is when they've spent their Evos and Super Evos, it's not like Evo Dragon where everything from hand can rush and do stuff. So you can pressure them a bit. And I think this is where we use the Super Evo finally, right? Because we've got the Grimnir crest down as well. We know we're going to clear this board. And that puts a lot of pressure on him to, you know, with only 3 cards, even though nothing costs anything. It does put a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, and we were finally just able to make him run out of steam. So triple Fennie, guys. We were able to outgrind that. This next game I'm going to show you is against Sandalphon, because even though everybody goes on about eggs, you know, think about how many meta decks have Sandalphon in, right? And the Evo grind. So let's jump into that. Okay, so I somewhat bravely keep Wilbert and Aether there, and you know, if this is loot sword, then we could kind of get punished quite hard for this. So I'm against sword. Like the first thing is like not being beaten down too early. That's the first thing I'm worried about. Now when I see Grimnir, that immediately makes me think it's Evo sword and not loot sword. So we're gonna drop our Grimnir. Believe he's gonna clear that with. Oh, okay, he's got the Lance Trooper. So again, another very good early start for our opponent. We're already down to 14 health. And this is one of the places where, you know, this deck's a little bit vulnerable. So I am a bit nervous here. I do like Safina in the early game, though. This kind of like free Evo, charging up your Sandalphon. It's pretty nice. And we can make use of that, like save the Salefa for this type of board. In this matchup, we've kind of got to think about, you know, when we use our AoEs, right? Like, Jian's going to be very important when he does his Seraphim, big kind of Super Evo wide board later. Just kind of knowing the answers that you're looking for. But this is you know, I'm a bit worried here because obviously the Zeta and Beer look pressing. I'm surprised he didn't Evo there, actually. But he's already got me down to 12. So I'm going to play Wilbert and hope to God he doesn't run Odin. Most, to be fair, like most Evo swords don't run Odin. So it's a pretty like safe-ish, not gamble, but a decision, I guess. Sound the charge! Serenity Shield. I like what he does here. Like, puts everything down to 2. Plus he's super evoed. Quite a creative turn, actually, from our opponent to clear the board. But we are going to play Aether. And obviously this is what we kept, right? We kept the Wilbur into Aether. It is a very, very lethal combo. But, you know, just be mindful that you can be beat down before you ever get to it. If you're playing against a very fast deck. So now I'm kind of wondering what he's got in hand and, you know, how charged up is his Sandalphon, how charged up is his Sandalphon. But he did struggle to clear the Aether, so we're going to Gilnelise. And we're going to actually play our other Gilnelise to boost up to 7. Conscious that he did get quite a bit of early beat down on us. And that's our last Evo point, so we might as well chuck the Gilnelises in, put the pressure on, and say, what have you got? Now this is always, I mean, I do love the Golden Knight. Look at this. Obviously, with the Grimnir down, I've got nothing that can attack here.
Behold the might of the supreme Primarch.
I'm going to play Vera. Get Vera evoed up. Galleon. Now he has got Amalia. My oath is fulfilled. So he does clear the board. Now we have got our second Vera in hand. And he's had to use a lot of resources. And, you know, this is what I appreciate about this deck. It's quite a fun one to play into the meta when the meta's grindy. It doesn't do very well against eggs, I'm not going to lie. But against all the sort of like Fennie, the Sandalphon decks and stuff, like this deck can do very, very well. And our opponent has used a lot of his resources for clearing out. And I'm just wondering what he's got here. So he decides to just go wide and try and block us. It looks like. That is the plan. But that plan is no good when we have Xian. So Xian comes down and finishes the game. So that is the new Wardhaven deck, guys. I hope you liked it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.